Hi, everybody. I'm Miss Aldridge,
I'm Miss Reed.
and we're here today to talk to you about the next episode for fifth grade orientation, I guess you could say, or welcome to school. And today we're going to be talking to you about the 80-page reading goal for reading homework.
Previously, your child has probably been bringing home a reading log where they fill in what they read each night and maybe have to get your signature or your initials. Well, in fifth grade, students do not need to do that because Miss Aldridge and I will be recording all of that information for ourselves here in our classrooms in a notebook that we keep on each one of your children. We do that by doing something called status of the class, and the kids will report to us every Friday, and we will be asking them what title of book they are reading and what page they are on, and we have set a goal for them this year as well, which Ms. Aldridge will talk about.
We've set a goal for 80 pages. More than 5 years ago, I conducted a very complicated reading log that had students read 5 days a week, 20 minutes a night, based on the minute time. We also logged how many pages that there were. Long story short, 3 years worth of data compiled showed that students, regardless of what level that they were on, read an average of 80 pages a week. That's where that magic number comes from. It actually comes from some pretty in-depth, informal study that I've done. It's not anything like magical or anything. It's just something that I found to be average for our fifth graders. So that's where 80 pages comes from. And we call it reading homework. And actually, it does need to be done at home. We encourage you to set up a routine kind of reading with your student or having your student read regularly in the home outside of school. We want to establish some really good healthy reading habits, and that's one of the first places that good healthy reading habits happen is at home. And so we highly encourage you to help your student maybe set up a special place in your house, or just
that's quiet.
A nice, quiet, comfortable place, or a time that's specific for reading. Students will have a chance to read in homeroom, and we have some class time that's devoted to that during the week. It's not enough to meet 80-page goals. They will need to read at home too. But the beauty of the 80 pages is that from Friday to Friday, they have 7 days to complete that goal. That comes out to about 11, 12 pages a day if you read 7 days a week. But you don't have to read 7 days a week. You have a schedule. You have a life, you have things that you're a part of. And so we take that into consideration. So that's why we don't say read 20 minutes every night and sign it. We want to give you flexibility and your student flexibility.
And responsibility.
And accountability too for themselves.
On time management.
Yeah, that's one of the things that helps them get ready for that middle school. This is one of those little small things that we can give them to hold themselves accountable for selecting when they read, to build that
stamina.
Yeah, stamina and responsibility for reading.
So if your child has a big event on like a Monday night and they know that they're not going to be able to read, then maybe they need to make sure that they read, 20 pages on Sunday night, and then they'll be caught up for Monday night's reading. So they don't necessarily have to read every night, but the goal is to read 80 pages from Friday to Friday. And we do not care how they accomplish that, just that they do accomplish that.
Yeah.
We are going to be monitoring their reading constantly during class. And one of the ways that we can monitor that and make sure that they're comprehending what they're reading is by taking AR tests. That helps us to know if they are comprehending, and it also helps us to adjust books if kids need to get something that may be a little bit harder for them because they're doing really, really well and they're flying through the book. So maybe they need to get a little bit harder book so that they can stretch themselves in becoming a better reader. Or if they're not doing so well on those AR tests, maybe they need to get something a little bit easier for them for a couple of weeks until they can reach that point of reading those kinds of books. So we will be constantly monitoring your child's reading this year. Again, there is no reading log for you to fill out, nothing for you to sign. We're going to monitor it right here. And again, your child's goal is to read 80 pages from Friday to Friday. Doesn't matter how they divide it up. Your child has a note going home with them.
Yes.
I sent this note home.
They're orange.
So make sure if you have any questions to let us know. Of course, if you will make a comment on our video, we will probably be giving your kids some fifth grade cash. because they
Uh-huh.
really like that.
I think I
Um,
told my kids 100, but heck, if you comment on Dojo, I'll make it 5.
Woo,
500 bucks.
500. Okay, so maybe comment about what you like to read. That would be really cool to
that'd be
get
awesome.
parents to tell us what you like to read, like what genres. I like to read mysteries. And I also like to read kids' books, so that's why I'm a reading teacher.
I read blogs, and I read a lot of technology college level books right now.
So please make a comment on maybe why you think reading is important, and maybe why you think this 80-page goal might be a good new strategy for your child instead of a reading log.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to us, and it was a long video.
Bye. Have a good weekend.